Hey everyone, so it's Friday, so it's time for a new magic video. Now what I realised recently was most of the more popular magicians on YouTube tend to do tutorials, so they'll show you tricks on their channel and how to do them. That's not really my thing, but I thought for today we'll give it a shot. So I'm going to start with telekinesis, which is obviously moving things with your mind. We've all seen Professor Xavier do it in the X-Men movies. The reason I want to start with telekinesis, it's not that it's easy to do. There's a lot of practice we'll have to go into it to really master it before you're flinging cars around the place. But you don't need a whole lot of setup, and there aren't a whole lot of steps to it. Okay? So, in fact, the way I do it, there's only three things you really need. The first one is something to move. So again, telekinesis is moving things with your mind. If you don't have something to move, you're just going to be staring really intently at nothing, which isn't impressive, it's not entertaining, and you kind of look like a creep. Now, I'm going to be using a fork. The reason for this is rather than throwing cars around, one, it's a lot less messy to move a fork than to throw a car around. Two, I have a fork, I don't have a car. So, they're the main reasons for using a fork. Also, it's a lot easier to move a fork than a car. Even go into your own kitchen now, open your cutlery drawer and lift up a fork. Then go outside and lift up a car. I'll wait. Yeah, that was difficult, I assume. So, yes, the first thing we need is something to move. And just, the wine bottle is purely there so you can see the fork. Unfortunately, there's no wine in it. Normally when I'm doing these kind of videos, I have a glass of wine, but, you know, we'll do what we can. The next thing then is you want to take a real deep breath, okay? So the important thing here is in through the nose and out through the mouth. Now it doesn't need to be loud, you can breathe, you know, like a human. But the important thing is as you exhale, you want to stare really intently at something, usually obviously the thing you're going to move. So just like that, okay? And the third and final thing is, I'm glad actually I mentioned Professor Xavier earlier because this, I think Patrick Stewart does it, but definitely James McAvoy does it in all the X-Men movies. He does this. Now I call that the James McAvoy Professor X hand thing. That's the technical term. I'm right-handed, so I do it with my right hand. I presume you can do it with your left if you want. But basically you want to take your hand and just make finger guns, like that. Not the classic, but the two-fingered ones. These two, your ring and pinky fingers, are just going to curl in slightly. They don't have to be pressed right into your palm like that. And these two fingers, your index and middle finger, are also going to curl slightly. So it's a nice relaxed hand position. Your thumb, you can just kind of freestyle and do whatever you want. But yeah, so like that, and then touch it to your temple as you stare at the thing. And that is step 3. So putting the 3 steps together. 1, 2, and 3. Okay? So I'm going to try to move this fork. The X-Men theme tune here will be really handy. And that is how we master telekinesis. Good luck. Start out with a fork. Don't try it in the car just yet. Anyway, that's it for this week. I will see you next week.